One guy is being compared to him and the other one shares the same name as him. But I think something we can all agree on is that neither Karrion Kross or Austin Theory will be the next Stone Cold. Steve Austin, welcome back guys to Fog Wrestling for an update here on the contract situations of Karrion Kross and Austin Theory. Will they stay or will they go now?
They couldn't even live up to be Stone Cold DT, let's be brutally honest about it, and whoever we go with first here... Whoever we go first here...
Give me a shell, yeah!
I'm going through them, so who do you want me to...
And that's the fishing line!
Who do you want me to take the bait on first?
Karrion Kross. He's low-hanging fruit, let's go.
He is the low... Right, you say something, then I'll jump in on him.
Right, so we have a bit of an update here. Karrion Kross's contract reportedly runs out this month in August. We don't know the official date, but what we do know is he was supposed to tell Sami Zayn he was wrong. I believe you said it was a words on a pole match and some guy lost his shit over that. But yeah,
well, that's what it is, though, isn't it?
But normally when something's on a pole and it gets retrieved, the further, it gets brought into the story or whatnot. But Karrion Kross, not only did he lose his words on a pole match, he actually lost his words because he didn't speak shit. He wasn't even on Raw, so yeah, he had nothing to say after the defeat at SummerSlam. He wasn't on Raw to address what happened at SummerSlam. So some people think he could be gone. Some people think maybe he's taking time off. I mean, it's WWE. Everybody gets time off. How can you give a guy time off, though, that hasn't signed your contract saying we're going to give you time off? That would, to me, sound like you're gone. You're at the door.
People that get time off, man, should deserve it, or they should be,
Well, nobody in WWE should be getting time off.
No, they don't, but, I mean, to the people that think this stipulation's good, I've got another question to ask you. What's the flavour on the Wendy the Custard bus that you ride? I mean, because honestly, this has to be the worst stipulation I've ever seen in my fucking puff. It's bad enough to even announce it, but see if you're going to announce it, at least see the mission through, at least see the stipulation through. Like, Raw's taking place. See Karrion Kross. If he was going to say to Sami, I was wrong, was it no on that 4th of August Raw, he should have said that.
Instead, what we got was Sheamus and Rusev brawling through the arena and they bumped into Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn acted angry because one of them accidentally slugged him in the chin or jaw or whatever.
See this underdog Sami Zayn character? I can't stand the guy.
So that could be the next feud, Sami Zayn versus Rusev.
What did he say on Raw? I've got nothing left to prove.
Something about I'm not a guy that holds grudges or something. I've got nothing left. I'm not vindictive. I've nothing to prove or some bullshit.
See, it's not.
You've not been world champion. You've got fucking everything to prove.
Yeah, I said this in the Unfed the other day, right? It's like
somebody with nothing to prove is like John Cena, who's walking away at the end of the year. Like, he's nothing left to prove.
I don't care who you are, right? If you've seen the kayfabe sense, if you've not became a world champion, you've loads to prove. Even guys like William Regal and Scott Hall, right? R.I.P. From a kayfabe perspective, they still had stuff to prove. Obviously, Scott Hall, right, is fucking levels and levels and levels above Sami Zayn. But who does Sami Zayn think he is, right? Rocking in with his wee blockbuster look, the jobber look at 43 years of age, saying that he's done it all in the wrestling business. Oh, I've got nothing left to prove. I mean, seeing The Rock's cutting that promo going into WrestleMania 19, he's like, I've done it all in this business. I've done this, I've done that, except whip that bald ass at WrestleMania. So what do you say, Stone Cold? What do you say? Yeah, The Rock's done it all at 29.
Aye, and he'd done it in half the time with Sami Zayn.
Yeah. Yeah, Sami Zayn, I mean, El Generico, sums up. Fuck Sami Zayn. Sitting backstage, what was he doing backstage? Drinking his wee fucking
Starbucks,
his wee mocha,
crying about some war overseas.
His wee oat milk.
If you've done it all in WWE and you've nothing left to prove, why doesn't he go and sign up to the cause?
Yeah.
I mean, leave Netflix and go join whatever army suits him best. But yeah, back to Karrion Kross. So the speculation was that was him done in the company. Now, I mean, it was conflicting. There was like reports that the crowd were chanting that we want Kross at SummerSlam. Triple H answered these chants by, if you want it, Brock, you've got him. Now, some people are saying they were chanting for Brock. Some people are saying they were chanting for Kross. Did you hear the chants? Do you know who they were chanting for?
It sounded a bit like... It did sound a bit like Kross, but I hear... there's loads of chants, man, where like, you can misinterpret them. Maybe they were chanting for Brock. I don't know. Either or, right? Just because a couple of fucking losers in the crowd were chanting for Kross and Triple H thought they were chanting Brock, or maybe Triple H just blanked them, right, and thought, here, I'll actually spin this into Brock. It doesn't change the fact that Karrion Kross are nobody.
No, these are the same losers that are probably chanting for fucking men to be allowed in the women's bathrooms. Doesn't mean we should pass that.
What does Brock Lesnar bring to the product that Karrion Kross doesn't? Everything.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it is reported that they've not been offered new deals. However, according to one source, that is not true, and that source happens to be Uncle Dave Meltzer. Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio that Kross has indeed actually been offered a new deal, and he is expected to remain with the company going forward.
Why? No, why the fuck would they give this guy a new deal?
You know what, though? You've got a lot of hatred, and for some reason I think you direct it wrongly at Kross. I'm not saying he's good.
I'm Kross at Kross.
I'm not saying he's good, but I think there is... see, if I had to get rid of 15, 20 people in the roster, I don't know if he'd be the first 20 to go.
I think see Karrion Kross.
The roster is so shite that I think he's not necessarily the first person I'd get rid of.
See Karrion Kross, is there a case that he's in the top 10% in the company? Yeah. But that just sums up how bad it is.
Problem is, only 1% is good.
So yeah.
You can be in the top 2%, you fucking suck. I mean, that's what it is. Right, anyway, Meltzer said the following. He says, quote, I was told that the story about him not being signed to a contract, I heard that is legit, but that he did get an offer. The story that he didn't get an offer, maybe when the story that he didn't get an offer was written it was accurate, but I was told he's gotten an offer. I don't expect him going anywhere. End of quote. Hold on here, let's read this again, right? This is word for word what Meltzer said, and people pay like, was it 14? I think it's went up now. He used to charge $12.99. I'm pretty sure he charges $14.99 now. Which is
Meltzer on ESPN?
This is word for word, so we'll slow it down just to make sure we're not getting it wrong here. Right, Meltzer said the following. I was told that the story about him not being signed to a contract, I heard that is legit, but that he did get an offer. The story that he didn't get an offer, and maybe when the story that he didn't get an offer was written, it was accurate, but I was told he's gotten an offer. I don't expect him to go anywhere. End of quote. Right, decipher that, man. Oh, he's told that he didn't get an offer, but then he did get an offer. But maybe when the story was told that he didn't get an offer, that was accurate because he hadn't had an offer at that time. But I can now confirm with my offering of $14.99 a month that he did get an offer. Here, Dave Meltzer, I'll give you an offer. Fuck off back to TJ.
See, Dave Meltzer, see what he just said there, right? We could say that. Anybody with a microphone could turn around and say that.
My sources have told me that Triple H is sleeping backstage with Michin, and aye, there you go, sign $14.99.
But he might not be, but my sources say he is, but there's other sources saying he's not. Triple H himself said he is, but here Stephanie said he's not. Like, honestly, Dave Meltzer, right, he's made a living out of this.
Fair play to him, because Dave Meltzer has made more money than me and you will ever. I mean, he makes more money than 1 year than we will make slaving over this channel for a decade, and you've got to respect it, as grim as it is. You know what I mean? You got to be like, well, Uncle Dave.
You don't have to respect it, but you can accept it.
No, but for a guy that can barely string a sentence together, I mean, he's done alright.
This guy thinks Kensuke sin Shinsuke King Kapado done more than Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, it's absolutely
the guy's fucking warped in the head.
Yeah,
it's a sleazy company, Brian. They brought back Brock Lesnar, Brian. I just want to smell Tennessee's hair, Brian.
Hold on.
Brian.
Is Kenny Omega wrestling 9-year-olds and sticking fingers up people's arse fucking cracks? Is that not a bit sleazy as well?
I mean, fucking gay there, you know.
Anyway, speaking of Kross, let's just throw this out there. I think you've already talked about it, but Paul Heyman did say that he could be the new Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he said the following, quote, "The audience is calling for him to be a bigger star. If we don't deliver it on a correct timetable, an impatient audience is going to get behind him even more. It reminds me of someone else. We're going to chant his name. We're going to bring his signs. We're going to buy his t-shirts. We're going to demand that you make him a bigger star. That guy's name was Steve Austin. End of quote. I do not see any comparison in the slightest. I don't even see like a minuscule. I don't see anything in Kross that reminds me of Austin. Even his situation. Austin wasn't on the sidelines. Austin was organically getting over more and more every week, and he was being featured, and you could see him rise through the ranks and rise through the card. Karrion Kross has been a fucking jobber for 2 years straight. Yeah. Where's the progress with Karrion? Oh, he got on a PLE. Here, anybody can get on a 2-night PLE. It's no difficult, it's no hard.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, maybe Heyman's referring to WCW Austin here, right? But let's just say he's referring to like late 95 into 96. Austin's in ECW for like, what, a cup of coffee? He's supposed to be in the Final Four of the Rumble, which is a pretty big thing.
I don't think Heyman had coffee. It's probably just like a water dispenser.
Aye, he's shouting or something. But obviously Austin slips over the ropes due to the baby oil, and he doesn't make the Final Four of the Rumble, right? But the fact of the matter is this, he was supposed to...
By the way, Austin had terrible luck with ropes in his entire career. See if you actually watch a lot of Austin matches.
Bad as Benoit.
Well, maybe not that bad. Like, but how many times did you see Austin trying to go underneath the ropes and he'd get his like legs tangled?
I know.
Even that time with the triple threat match. Remember? Who was it? Was it Ventura? Who was it that leaned on the ropes while Austin was there? I think it was Ventura. Was he not?
Aye,
the referee.
Austin's legs get caught and he's just sitting there like a fish.
And Triple H had to come and try and pretend to beat him up to get him out. It was like, fucking mess.
Point is, though, Austin getting to the Final Four in a Rumble is more than Karrion Kross has ever achieved, and Austin didn't even get to the Final Four of the Rumble.
Kross can't even get in a Rumble, for God's sake.
Yo, see Austin, right? This is where the comparisons end. Would Austin have took to a newspaper or radio station to wax lyrical about appearing on some shitey pay-per-view against fucking Savio Vega, who's the equivalent of Sami Zayn?
That's disrespectful to Savio Vega.
Sami Vega.
Right.
No, but you know what I mean, though.
Karrion Kross sucks, but there's worse than him. I'll give him that. He's not the worst guy in WWE.
Yeah, but let's not pretend we'd miss him.
He's not fucking not good either.
No, let's not pretend we'd miss him.
No, I wouldn't miss him. Right. Another guy that we might not miss. Austin Theory. Rumours were making the rounds that Austin Theory has been released from WWE because A-Town Down Under has been removed from WWE's active roster as a tag team. Although it looks like this is just purely down to the fact that A-Town Down Under is no longer a team. Going forward, it doesn't seem like they're going to be recognised, or even if Theory does come back, doesn't look like they're going to go in that direction. One source reached out to clarify that he's been moved to the injured talents list on WWE.com. So he's still on the roster list, but just not on the active roster list. So yeah, we haven't seen Austin Theory since the July 14th show. Apparently, he did pick up a minor injury. But I mean, who knows at this point? Is this injury fake as well? Ho-ho.
How long were they teasing him and Waller breaking up?
Yeah, look, I don't think A-Town Down Under did anything as a tag team. Yeah, they won the titles, but listen, the days of pretending that winning tag team titles in WWE means anything. I mean, Karrion Kross could become a tag team champ in WWE.
When was the last time anyone did anything?
No, true, but you just look at the difference in Austin Theory's career once McMahon stepped away. It's quite clear to see that Austin Theory was a McMahon guy. And right, do I think that Austin Theory is the greatest guy ever? Do I think he's comparable to Stone Cold? I don't. But at least you look at Austin Theory, right? And here's things I will say, right? Good looking kid, young, in fucking shape, chiseled. Just compare him to Sami Zayn. Surely Austin Theory's a guy that you should be given an opportunity to and pushing.
Got about, 17 years on him? Something like that?
Yeah, guys, I mean, when he started getting pushed, he was in his early 20s when he was coming up through as the McMahon guy. I think he's like 26 now or 27. But it's like, I think it's crazy. And look at him, the guy's in shape. And when McMahon was there, he was feuding with Lashley, feuding with Rollins, and Triple H takes over. And it's almost like anybody that has got a good body or a bit of personality, anyone that, isn't an absolute fucking geek and might be a little bit cool, Triple H is like, oh no, I can't have you. It's almost like Triple H just wants to have fucking losers. That's why I feel like Triple H just wants losers so that everybody that he books is worse than he was in his era. You know, because Triple H is like a bodybuilder guy. I don't think he wants other bodybuilders in WWE. Makes him look bad.
He's killing it.
I think that he's actually like, well, you know what? I don't want people that maybe could look better than me now. So I think that's why he sticks with the likes of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So see when he comes out to take the spotlight on these Unreal shows, or when he comes out to announce the attendance, or when he comes out to, I don't know, do an interview, I think he actually wants to be standing next to guys that look like shit just to try and put himself over. I don't think Triple H at 50 odds wants to stand next to a guy like Austin Theory in shape. I think he wants to stand next to a Sami Zayn so that he can still massage his ego. I'm the game. I'm in better shape. I mean, you're in better shape than Kevin. A fucking Big Mac's in better shape than Kevin Owens. So I mean,
I wouldn't mind a Big Mac.
Me neither. But you know, I mean, come on, Austin Theory. This guy, I think, has been shafted.
Actually, I've went off McDonald's. To be honest. I know we're just completely glossing over Austin Theory. But
Shattered dreams right there. Anyway, Austin Theory, thoughts on him?
Again, is he one of the better guys in the company? He might be. Listen, I'm not going to... Wrestling's fucking dead, right? We could be talking here, WWE's about to release Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, John Cena, Brock Lesnar. You know, it doesn't change. Nothing.
Yeah, but like Austin Theory's younger than Austin Theory is younger than about 80% of the male wrestlers on NXT. Is that not a problem?
That is a problem. But it's not the biggest problem they've got. Not the biggest problem they've got is they're shite. Everything about them shite. I think nothing compelling.
Nah, I've said it for a while. I think the lack of youth in WWE is. I was reading who was the youngest person on the main roster, because I was thinking about throwing some WWE 2K25 your guys' way. You know what I mean? For all you great guys out there that subscribe and send super chats.
Put the dust off the PS2 man and fucking play that.
Well, I was thinking about doing SmackDown vs Raw, but in the 2K25 version. So I was.
Who wants that? Come on, guys. We want to shut your mouth. So here comes the pain.
I was looking at the roster, the main roster, and there is one person on the main roster. Now, someone's probably going to say, "Oh no, but they just got called up 2 weeks ago." But as far as I'm aware, there's one person on the main roster under the age of 25.
On the main roster.
On the main roster.
Roxanne Perez.
Aye. And I think that is fucking disgusting that she is the only person under the age of 25. She's the youngest person on the roster, and that to me is crazy.
Yeah, like we were watching 2003. You could name 10 like fucking that, man.
Yeah, to me, I do not understand that.
It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous, and it's not like there's loads of people like Batista where it's like, all right, they've just joined the wrestling business.
No,
a lot of these guys have been in it for decades.
Yeah, exactly.
Years.
See if it was people that just got into it late, I would be willing to give them more of a chance because, all right, you don't know what circumstances was taking place, why they got into the business late. They still might have been good. But why are they persisting with shite that has been around on the indie scene? So, but people that take 10, 15 years to make it from the indies and Ring of Honor to WWE, that would suggest that they're not WWE level, because if you're taking that long to make it to the big leagues, you probably shouldn't be in the big leagues in the first place.
No, I totally agree. And it's WWE. It's WWE the name that's selling ESPN
like, why the
deals.
fuck is 40-year-old Shawn Spears on NXT?
Cody. My best pal. Cody.
Oh, Ethan Page, 36. Why is he on NXT? The Next Generation. Why is the Next Generation? Fucking half the guys are... No, this is crazy. Anyway, any final thoughts here? I just could not believe it that Roxanne Perez, only person under 25.
It's unsalvageable.
Pretty sure the next youngest person is Nathan Fraser.
41 or so.
I think he's 27.
Well, you know what? He can be next to be released. Him and Fraxium. He is Fraxium, isn't he? He's half a Fraxium.
He's Fraser, and the other guy's Axiom, so... But yeah, everyone's just old. There's no youth in wrestling.
It's a disgrace. 12-man TLC at SummerSlam. The Dudleys and the Hardys are in the front row. Should have just been. Why weren't those two teams the main event at SummerSlam, man?
Tell you what, I'm looking more forward to Bound for Glory than anything WWE's put out lately.
That's damn sure, man.
It's a shame they can't get Edge and Christian.
Would you release both of them or would you keep them?
The Hardys and T.
No, fuck that. These two jabronis.
Alright,
Gun to your head. Colt Python. Right, yes. I'm
honestly,
I'm Revolver also here. I'm moving the bullets.
I would say no.
I would say yes.
Both of them, aye.
Aye.
Fair enough.
Here. There'd be about 4,000 in the back of the truck, man, to the dump, but...
No, but my problem... If I released everybody in WWE that I thought deserved released, there'd be about 5 people left on the roster.
Yep.
So with that logic, I'm thinking here, I need to leave... There needs to be some people that I don't think should be there, but I need to leave them there. And I do think these are 2 of the better out of a bad bunch.
See that COVID episode where Austin was there talking to no one? And Baron Saxon was just holding up wee placards? I'd release everybody and just bring Austin back. Guys
Austin
like that.
Fly.
Aye. Honestly, man.
Anyway, I think that's us.
That's us done, man.